A few years ago, I walked into a farm-to-table cafe down the street. I had just finished a chapter in my book, literally an hour before, on a topic I call mental inflammation. So I sat down with my friend Paula, and she shared with me. She was a senior VP, teenage kids at home, leading in the C-suite. She was eating clean. She was doing intermittent fasting, high protein, nut milk everything, raw smoothies, running miles every morning. She was doing her thing. She was doing everything the wellness industry tells us to do. Can you guess how she was feeling? Worse than ever. She was exhausted. She had brain fog. She was gaining weight, bad sleep. She was really struggling, unable to focus, and she was just feeling like total garbage. And so I shared with her. As I looked at her, I thought, gosh, that's such a struggle. You're sitting there unable to focus, your brain and body rebelling. Does it sound familiar? Yeah. I thought I could immediately see that it was mental inflammation. I thought back to my 20 years traveling through India, studying ancient Ayurveda, a system of medicine that's over 5,000 years old. I thought back to the hundreds of peer-reviewed studies, my master's in Ayurvedic sciences, my PhD dissertation on turmeric, and the years of clinical practice that led me to see the patterns to identify when something is inflamed. Everybody, we are all inflamed. We're overwhelmed, we're burnt out, we're doing 100 things at once. We have 100 Chrome tabs open in our minds. We're going 100 miles an hour faster than the body can keep up. And here's what's really happening. And this is where modern neuroscience is finally catching up to what Ayurveda said 5,000 years ago. When we are chronically stressed, our bodies flood with cortisol. And cortisol, it inflames the gut. The recent research shows us that the vagus nerve, the gut-brain axis, is an information superhighway. It's constantly signaling from our gut to our immune system to our brain. And what's revolutionary here is when we are inflamed, that information is going straight up to the brain, triggering anxiety, depression, insomnia, brain fog. These are the same symptoms that Paula was dealing with. We see it all the time, the struggle, the pain when we're going 100 miles an hour. So when I thought back to Paula, I thought, how am I going to help her? What do we need to shift here? We know that mental inflammation causes physical inflammation, and physical inflammation causes the mental inflammation. It's a feedback loop, and we're all struggling with it. Here's the thing, ancient Ayurveda said that our gut digestive fire, Agni, is the center of all health over 5,000 years ago. Modern neuroscience just met its roots. So now let's personalize this. In ancient Ayurveda, they taught us the doshas, our individual mind-body constitution. And when you know your doshas, which is based on the 5 elements, you can manage your life and your health completely differently. You can navigate it from a completely different vantage point. I translated this wisdom into elemental design. So when you know your elemental design, you can regulate your nervous system completely differently. And that is a pretty powerful tool to have on board, don't you think? Yeah. So when it comes to elemental design, we have 3 different constitutions. So before I get into that, I have a question for you. If you were going to go on vacation right now, and you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go to? Before you second guess yourself, raise your hand if your first thought was the mountains, fresh air, movement, hiking. Okay. Raise your hands if your first instinct was the beach, sun, heat, adventure. That's fire. Now imagine if it was, or tell me, raise your hand, if your idea was going to a cozy lake cabin, still waters, calming, grounding. That's earth and water. Your instinct, your gut instinct, illuminates your elemental design. And knowing that is such a powerful tool. So as we navigate life with our elemental design and knowing this wisdom, we can build a completely different toolkit for ourselves. So let's talk about the 3 constitutions. The first one is Vata. In the West, we pronounce it Vata. Say it with me, Vata. So a Vata person is an air person. This is someone who is always in motion. They think fast, they move fast. This is your endurance runner, you're creative. They tend to struggle with anxiety, insomnia, bloating. This is someone who talks fast, thinks fast, moves fast. They don't know how to settle down. So I teach my Vatas, you need warmth, you need grounding, and you need a rooted rhythm. Next, we have Pitta. Pitta are the fire people. So with Pitta, in the West, we pronounce it Pitta. Can you say it with me? Pitta. So a Pitta person is a fire person. This is your natural leader, goal-oriented, driven, organized. They're always out there burning the candle at both ends, tend to struggle with inflammation. They get frustrated when things move too slow. They want everything intense in their lives. They want to think fast, move fast. Their opinions are fast, everything about them. This is someone who always runs hot. They get irritable when hungry, and they are addicted to things that are intense, like caffeine and sugar. So Pitta people, I always tell them, you need to cool down. Treat yourself like a nuclear reactor. You need to chill. I'm one of them, so I should know. Next up, we have Kapha. Kapha is the earth body type. In the West, we pronounce it Kapha. Say it with me, Kapha. So a Kapha person is earth and water. This is your nurturer, your protector, your rock. This is someone who's one thing at a time. They're very steady and consistent. When it comes to a Kapha, we want to help them activate their metabolism. We want to get them moving. We want to get them warmth and stimulation. Now, all of us have all 3 elemental designs within us. Some of us have one that's more dominant, and some of us have a secondary. So thinking back to that vacation that we just talked about, were you more mountain, beach, or lake? Your first one illuminates your primary elemental design. Your second one illuminates your secondary. And so knowing that about yourself can help you navigate your life completely differently. You can obtain this roadmap to life. So when it comes to the doshas, thinking back to Paula, what was Paula's elemental design? Can you guess? Air. That's right, she was a Vata person. She was doing those raw smoothies, running around, anxious, doing so much, but not quite feeling like herself. Now, when it comes to our elemental design is this unique roadmap that tells us where we want to go. But it is one facet of the entire Ayurvedic system. And when we know our elemental design, we can disrupt the cycle of mental inflammation. So when it comes to our overall health, Ayurveda has given us this profound roadmap to understand ourselves. I have a question for you. What do you need to do right now to feel fully healthy and have that vitality in your body? Ancient Ayurveda meets modern neuroscience, and it's been waiting for us for 5,000 years. It's been waiting for you. Are you ready? Yes. Thank you.